What's up, guys? So this morning, Jennifer and I hit like a really hard workout, and then I had open roll at the gym. So it's like 2 hours of no-gi grappling and everything. So it was like a really intense training morning. So with days like that, I don't like to eat a lot of carbs or get heavy. You should get some carbohydrates in your system, which I already have via like protein powders and whatnots. But for today, I wanted to do some like burger wraps, and burgers are really one of my favorite things to make. I learned a really good way to make them from scratch. I never really buy patties. So I just thought, you know what, I don't do these kind of videos, and honestly, you're probably not gonna see these kind of videos again. So, or not very often on my channel. But I did want to share this because this is something I really enjoy. Burgers is something, number one, I love eating, and number two, is just something I really like making, okay? So a quick trip to the store will get you the things you need. You just take a look. These are the things that I grabbed. And it doesn't take much to really get this done. And honestly, you don't want to overpower your burger with a whole bunch of other things, okay? As far as the ground beef, today I'm using 85-15. You do not want to go any leaner than 85-15. Technically, you want to kind of do 80-20, because you want a little fat in that meat so it'll hold together. I don't put eggs or anything into the meat when I make the patties, so you need some fat in there. I like, 85-15 is a good compromise. I don't go any leaner than that. I made the mistake years ago when I was trying to eat super lean and did like a 93-7, like 7% fat. That will not work, just too lean. Ground turkey, I don't do any of that stuff. That stuff's too lean. Straight up ground beef, don't go any leaner than 85-15. So 80-20, 85-15. Okay, I got about 3 pounds of meat here. So let's get our hands dirty. So, you're gonna have to get in here with your hands and really break up the ground beef, okay? Now, once it's broken up, I smash it up against the edges of the bowl like this so that I can put my 2 seasonings in it. 2. I even have some burger seasoning in the pantry right now. There's all kinds of extra seasoning, onion powder, all this. No, do not put anything else in your burger. I actually learned this from watching Good Eats back in the day, Alton Brown. Shout outs to Alton Brown, one of my favorite shows from when I used to watch the Food Network. Good Eats. All I put in here is kosher salt and black pepper. That is it, nothing else. Okay, so, yes, I use pink Himalayan salt, but I don't, for this, I like old school kosher salt because it's like crystals, and I feel like they just melt into the meat. So that is what I use, okay? As far as the black pepper, I usually have a pepper grinder. I can't find it, so we're gonna use this pre-ground, which I'm not a huge fan, but it'll do the trick for the time being. All right, so got that in there. Let's mix that up again. I like seasoned patties. That's why I don't like buying patties, because I don't like having to season the outside of a patty. I want the seasoning in the patty. So I always make my burgers myself. Okay, gotta mix that some more. I can see some of the pepper. Now, you might watch this and think I'm using a lot of salt, but listen, I want this to spread, and you're gonna have to play with it a little bit to see what your seasoning, what you prefer, All right, flatten that out. A little more salt. Again, my preference. That was nothing. Need some more. That might be too much. Okay. Some more pepper. Not as heavy as the first go. Okay, and that's good enough. Now, again, it's like kneading dough. Mixing this up, getting in there, getting that salt and pepper mixed in. All right, let's shape these bad boys. Now, some people do like the meatball thing, and they take it looks like a meatball, and then they smash it into the grill like that. I don't like that, okay? So, if you're gonna shape it from scratch, here's the trick. Once you shape your patty, okay, you need to put a dimple inside the middle on one side, okay? That way when it grills even. If you don't, then it kind of fluffs out. It like does this weird thing where it bubbles out in the middle, okay? Now me personally, I don't even know where I got this. I think I've had this for like 12 years. I think I got it at like Bed Bath & Beyond or Linens and things somewhere. But it's a patty shaper. It's perfect. It's a 1/4 pound patty, just how I like it. I love this thing and I use it constantly. Well, not constantly. I use it whenever I'm making patties. Okay, so smash that in there. And that's it. Look at that. That's beautiful. All right. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish shaping these patties. All right, and voila. It looks like we got 4, 5, 6, 7 patties. Not quite 8, there's 3 pounds of ground beef there. So for the last one, we'll make a little mini slider. I don't like to waste anything, so yeah, boop, okay. But I mean, look at these, man. Oh, that's gonna be awesome. So now let's cook them up. All right, so now we're gonna cook them up. Now, I grill burgers. That is how I cook them. I love to grill them, but unfortunately today it started raining when we got home, so I cannot, I mean, I could grill. I've grilled in the rain before, but I'm not doing that today. So if I cannot grill the burgers, then I cook them on a stovetop. Now, when I cook burgers on a stovetop, I specifically use a cast iron skillet, okay? I don't like using them using a regular pan. It's just a nice, flavorful, seasoned cast iron skillet. I don't use spray or anything else. Don't use olive oil, okay? You do not heat up olive oil. So I use basically beef tallow, okay? So that's like a paleo thing. It's basically oil from like grease from beef, all right? And then they jar it. So I use beef tallow. You always wanna like pre-season your cast iron skillet. So you really rub that in and get that seasoned, okay? We're gonna turn it on and get that really rubbed in, okay? Now this is seasoned, of course, from previously cooking in it, but every time you use a cast iron, as I understand it, you know, I'm not a chef, you know, I'm not even a great cook. I'm all right. I know how to make a handful of things, okay? I can cook enough to like live so I don't die. All right. So that's ultimately how you get that seasoning. You let that heat up. All right. Now, once it's nice and warm, if we need more, we'll put more in there, but we'll throw the patties on there once that thing is warmed up a bit. So we actually can tell that there's some heat rising off of that. So it's actually heated up. I'm gonna add a little more oil to swish around just to have like a base layer or surface, or you know, like little bath for the burgers to kind of sit in when I put them in, okay? So I'm gonna melt that down. Okay, it's a cast iron skillet, guys. So you need some, don't grab it with your bare hand, okay? And it's heavy as hell. This is a post-workout workout. All right, I'm gonna use my cool T-Mobile spatula. If you are not knowing, let me explain. If you have T-Mobile and you're not taking advantage of T-Mobile Tuesdays, you're sleeping, man. You get umbrellas and spatulas and gas, oh my. But, yeah, trust me, they're not paying me for that endorsement, so would be cool. Anyway, I'm never the type of person to turn down something that's free. All right, get these bad boys in there. Okay. I have one rule when it comes to cooking burgers. One. Hear me when I say this. One flip, whether it's a grill or the pan, okay, or a stove top or a flat top. Doesn't matter. One flip. I cannot stand when people constantly flip their burgers. The more you do that, the more you drain the juice out of it, okay? When you have the burger sitting in there, you let it cook through, and the grease kind of stays in the center. When you flip it, it stays in the center. That's how you get a nice, juicy burger. The more you flip, and oh my God, if I see people smashing burgers into grills, I want to choke them, because that takes all the juice out. Now, some people like those hockey pucks. I don't, okay? So, it's about 6 minutes on one side, or flip, or if you want to look down here, if you watch it, you'll see kind of the top start to bubble, then you know it's cooking through, okay? The only time I pick it up is to kind of make sure it's not sticking to the surface, or rotate it if it's on a grill so you get those grill marks. But I do not flip it until I'm ready to do the one flip. Ooh, that's looking good already. Okay, so these are about ready to flip. Alright, oh, that's going to be awesome. Turn this temperature down a little bit. Cook through the center. One flip, guys. One flip. Look at me. One flip. That is it. As for burgers, I like my burgers medium or medium well. I do not like them rare, and I do not like them well done. Okay? So, look down here. Got a little bit of blood coming out. Let's tilt that over. Let that drain out a little bit. That's about perfect. Okay? So, we're going to go ahead and cheese these bad boys up, because these are cheeseburgers. Now, I like to use cheddar or something different, but right now I have a lot of cheese left over from our 4th of July party. American sliced cheese, which isn't the healthiest, it isn't the best, but it's old school, you know, and it's cheese. So we're going to go with that today. All right, we're going to let that melt down nice and slow. Okay, that looks about right. So we're going to take these off. Now, I always like to have a plate that's got a paper towel on it. I just like to drain a little bit of the grease out. Okay. Okay, and we're going to put one of these burgers together. So, again, we're not using buns. We're saving on the carbs today. Now, you can definitely put stuff in here, mayo and mustard inside of this wrap, but right now I just want to taste the meat pure. And the only other topping, you can do onions. I actually like doing onions. Right now it's just lettuce, tomato, and the burger. Okay, so I'm gonna throw the patty in here. You don't have to be super creative in the way that you fold it. You get a slice of tomato here. Okay. And there we go. All right, this looks so good. Let me take a bite of this. Take a look at that. Dang. That is good, man. Woo. Almost nothing like it. And that's it. That is one of my weekend post-workout meals that I love. Check it out, give it a try. No, as far as a burger recipe, you can do that with a bun. Just make the burgers the same way. You don't have to be bunless. I'm just doing bunless today. Try those burgers. If you enjoy it, let me know in the comments what you think. As always, if you enjoy the content, please like and subscribe so we can keep this thing going. Remember, keep fighting for fit, no excuses, and we will see you in the next video.